everyone. It is the Flew Here, Grew Here podcast.
Where worlds collide no matter where you reside. Ew.
Y'all, I just had to throw it out there in case you didn't notice. Shenelle have been a bad host because I left my clothes at home. So, once again, I support women's right and wrong.
If you don't know, in the media world, a lot of what we film is bulk filming. So don't think that she dirty, because she not. We just filmed multiple episodes in one night, and this night she just forgot to bring her clothes.
The one little flimsy shirt that I was going to show a little but it's okay because I still stand.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's up, y'all? Y'all know I'm your girl, April B.
And it is your girl, Shenelle Simone.
And of course, you know, we love it here, so that's why we back, because we trying to do this so we could get out the hood.
Right, please.
Get us out the hood.
Please, so we can pay our staff, we can pay the facility, we
Listen,
can pay ourselves.
So we could eat.
So we could see so we could make it even.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? We're at the point where, yes, we want to see a return on our investment, but at this time, I just don't want to come out of my money.
Yeah, that's it. Like if somebody wants to take over and sponsor, ching.
Even a $500 a month would be. No. Okay, no, you're right. 1,000. Okay, 2.
Listen, it's negotiable.
500
it's negotiable.
No, I'm sorry. That was me trying to be humble.
Yeah. No, we can't be humble. We can't be humble.
I want $20,000 or more.
Or I'm not talking to you. Word to the lie. Word to the lie. Word to the lie.
And land. Okay.
I want my nails done. Listen, okay. Shout out to Onija.
Yo, first of all, you right, because this we have to look good on camera.
Shout out to the Bundle Depot, because this ain't cheap, baby.
My nails.
We have 3 and 4 bundle deals going on right now. Make sure y'all check us out at www.thebundledepot.com.
What you think is the hardest part about running your business, or running a business, or our business? It's the oh my God, it's the maintenance for me.
I think the hardest part about running the business right now is that the only role we don't fill is like our producer editor. Like everything else is kind of like falls on us.
You know what somebody said? Well, if you learn to do it yourself, whoo!
No, one of the things that me and Shenelle knew going into this was that we could not do no filming and no editing.
First of all, if it's a lot of stuff that we've done on our own, and we've done a great job. First of all, if I don't even know where to rent. I don't got no camera. If we would have shot this episode today,
it would have been on the iPhone 11.
And it wouldn't have dropped until July.
Y'all would have been like, is the podcast even? No. Okay.
Some things you just can't do on your own. And it's okay. And that's where you just have to add that budget in and get it done.
But I think that's the greatest asset as a business owner too, is knowing when to delegate and let things go. That way you can focus on this and they can focus on that, and it builds the team up. Because some people will be like, no, I'm not spending no money to do this. I'm going to just do it myself. But then they camera tilted and they look like they filming it on a fucking Nokia. Like Android. Exactly. Who's calling my phone?
Who's calling this shit?
Who's calling that? Where the fuck function?
I'm going to be honest. It's a lot of stuff. CapCut done been our friend.
Love CapCut.
Yeah, but
CapCut can't edit no hour-long video.
My phone can't even hold that much goddamn
storage. So, shout out to our producer, for real.
Shout out.
Like, y'all, when it was supposed to be a trial, and it's been, 2 years? It's been almost 2 years. Like, and we taking him with us to the top, like, for real. No. Facts. No, for real.
One thing we've been...
No, for real.
It's being consistent, him watching the grind. I remember when somebody off that Hugh page recommended Michael. They was like, oh, I can't do it, but I know somebody. We did the call. This was the first person we ever interviewed.
Yes.
Oh, my God. We felt like boss bitches. And Michael have been here through it all. So he witnessed the journey. He witnessed our dedication and what this project means to us. So
No, and he's supportive of the project too. Like it's not like okay, I'll come and film and leave. Like he's into like the marketing, the ideas, like all of that. Like so, I mean, we're really grateful because you hear horror stories all the time about stuff like this, and we just been so blessed with him.
I am blessed.
I am blessed every day of my life. No, but for real. So shout out to him for real.
And you know, I think we've made it so far in this business. There's so much April and I could talk about. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all don't know the struggles. Y'all don't know the conversations, the tears that we cry, the paying out of pocket, still trying to make this work, our own life to live.
Yeah.
But baby, the question always is how bad you want it.
How bad you want it. And we want it real bad.
Real bad.
I slap your mama for it.
real bad. As soon as we get sponsored, I think the next thing that I'm doing as soon as that budget clear is an assistant. I need an assistant.
Oh, she big bougie, y'all. She need an assistant.
No, we need. You know what? Or it's two things. Either Michael could take on the social media. That's a lot. That's a lot. Michael do things outside of
this. Yeah, he has. He's also a talent as well.
He is a talent, and also, I need somebody just for social media. See what trends. Yeah, something. Lord Jesus.
It's a lot, but
it's a lot. So if y'all know people that's sponsoring, looking for new talent, or if you know a brand who don't mind investing. I think that's another thing that I could talk about that I found difficult because we see so many up and coming podcasts, right? Mm-hmm. And I know you can't, you're not supposed to compare, but you know you gotta watch. It's like, hey, you just started. Oh yeah, Doritos. We're sponsored by Doritos. You what? Oh yeah, we do this. Backwards, they sponsor this whole, and it's like. Yeah, how are we finding? It's not how. And I think sometimes I always feel like things will fall on our lap in a good way because we worked hard. But now I'm really about to start scouting. And we send emails. Don't get it twisted. April and I is quick to send an email. But now I'm finna hit everybody up. I'm finna hit all of y'all up. So if you see a DM from Shenelle Simone.
Or April B.
From Flew Here, Grew Here podcast. Send them the funds. Trust me, they'll love it.
They'll love it.
They'll love us. I'm excited.
Speaking of love. Speaking of love though, for real, y'all. So tonight we're talking about long distance relationships and what is some things that you would do from your past relationship that you wouldn't bring into your new relationship or change. So let's start with long distance relationships, right? Because what you looking at your nails?
No, I thought it chipped already. I just got these done. Don't you hate when that random bubble come?
Yeah, because it don't be there when you in the nail salon, but when you leave, it's like.
No, I'm sorry. I'm like. I don't like that because now it's not smooth. It looks like an acne. It looks like it's a pimple. A pimple that needs to be popped. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, go ahead.
I thought you was looking like that because I'm like, you in a long distance relationship.
Oh no, my nail. I just got these done too. Don't fill up. Don't play with me.
Oh.
But yes, long distance relationship.
What do you think is the key to a healthy, long lasting, long distance relationship?
You know I like to ramble. So if you guys don't know, I am in a long distance relationship. I've been in a long distance relationship for almost 2.5 years, going on 3 years clearly. And honestly, I was never the long distance type because I'm the type, I have trust issues. I don't know what you're doing. I'm a girl that have needs. I'm one of them. I'm sorry. I don't know how people can be like, I ain't had sex to 6 months. Girl, I need something, okay? That's why I be sending April these, look at this poor girl watching shit. She like, me and April so comfortable with each other. It don't make no sense. Mm-hmm. But I don't even think the key to a long distance relationship is trust. Honestly, me and him meshed so well. I feel like our chemistry just instantly meshed so well that everything fell into place, right? So the minute I've met him, the minute we talk, the minute like how we communicate, and it's not even a communication in a sense of, oh, I'm doing this. Like, he really don't be like, oh, I'm doing this. Like, he don't tell me his move every 5 seconds. It's because our chemistry is so crazy. It's just, I'm like, oh, okay. All right. And that reassurance, too, is crazy. Like, I don't have to reassure nothing with him. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm in Atlanta, you in wherever you at. I ain't about to put with
Even though y'all could go to her Instagram and she'll say it.
Yeah, he from Philly.
Yeah, yo, she loves saying it. My nigga from Philly.
My nigga from Philly. It's a reassurance thing without him, like, hey, I'm not here. I'm here. I'm with the boys. I'm doing this and that, because he don't do none of that. I think, honestly, our chemistry hit from the moment we met. And honestly, despite certain situations, it honestly feel like I'm with him. Okay. You know, in a lot of the things he do. So, and like I said, I've never been the long distance girl. I always want my man to be within 10 minutes away from me, 30 minutes away from me. But with him, it honestly feel like we're far apart but still close at the same time.
I love that.
I know.
I love that. I ain't never had no long distance relationship.
It just, like, honestly, when he told me he lived in Philly, I'm like, oh, this not gonna work. I was not, you in Philly, this not, the only time I wanted you to hit me up is if you buy me a plane ticket to come out to Philly. And that's what he did. That's exactly what he did after a couple months of talking and things like that. But honestly, this one, like I said, this is my first one, but it really just ended up being so easy.
You know what I think? I think that y'all are like very intentional about being together. And so because the intention is there, everything else falls into place. And I think y'all are, somebody said like the key to a long distance relationship on this reel was like transparency. Like, you know, even though it's not what you're doing or this, you know, there's some sort of level of honesty about one's feelings and one's actions and what I want to do and how I want to move and all of this that y'all have, that it creates a level of respect for one another. And so because of that, it's like, okay, this works. Because I think when people aren't intentional about wanting to be together, but you're in a long distance relationship, it's like, how can this work? Like, you know, and when you're not honest about your feelings along the way, and people, and it works both ways. So if you're not honest about your feelings, but if I am honest and you're not receptive and vice versa, then that will deteriorate the relationship.
Right. And the second thing, another thing is he actually liked me. You get what I'm trying to say?
That's true.
He actually likes me.
No, let me tell you, I started watching this show called The Never Met. I think it comes on OWN. I'm not quite sure, but I think it comes on OWN. I watch it on a bootleg internet channel. Long story short, the show is about these couples who have been online dating or long distance dating but never really met in person until they move into this house. So now they move into this house and you're supposed to see like if the chemistry is still there. So like let's say y'all met, now y'all dating online, but then now you go to his house and it's like, ooh, okay, let's see if this gonna work. Okay, so this is one couple on there. They done already had some secrets, not really secrets, but it was just like she had a baby, he had a baby they didn't know about because the baby ain't together with them. Cool. Now, I watched the episode like this last week, and do you know this man said he is not really liking this girl, that the honeymoon phase is over, and I'm not really feeling her. What the hell be wrong with y'all?
I think a lot of people work well because some long distance work well because there's people who like space and they don't have to see them. They don't have to see them all the time, so it just works. And it's like now that this person is in my face, it's like, yeah, I like you when we're apart, right? When him and I met, we instantly, I mean, I gave him a little Brooklyn attitude, of course. I don't know what it is, but literally it was it was him and his homeboys and me and my homegirl. We were the only one at the table cracking up like we just, like my one, his homeboy, my homegirl were quiet a little bit. The other one, they kind of got into it while they was getting to know each other. You look at me and him, we like, ah! Like they texted me like, okay, damn, like this is embarrassing. And even after he left, like I almost lost him just a little bit. I need to work on my attitude. Oh my god, I need to work on
your
the
accountability
Brooklyn girl.
for women.
Right, yeah, it's accountability, but I could honestly say like he actually likes me, and I think that's number one. Get you a man who likes you.
Yeah, get you a person who likes you. Yeah, because I don't know. I think I could do long distance because I'm a person. I like space.
But how much space do you? I know everyone say they like space. I'm at the point where our space, we probably see each other, and this is another thing, maybe once a quarter. So 4 times out the year, maybe 3 times. That's a lot of space.
That's a lot of space.
And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it does get to me.
I was gonna say, I know that, okay, in reality, as a natural human being, if there's a person that I like and I yearn for and I crave and I want all of that with them, then I'm sure the amount of space that I think I would require or I need or I like would dwindle because I do want to be with that person. So it's one of those like, okay, like if I live with somebody, as long as I know you in the house, I'm good. Like, you know, but if it was a long distance relationship, like it depends on how much you like a person. Cause it's like either the heart grows fonder or I wander.
The heart
grows fonder or I wander. Okay. I told somebody that's like, if you let me wander a little too long, I will wander on to the next nigga. Like, I'm just saying. So, but in terms of a long distance relationship, like if I really, really like you, you know, eventually I'll become comfortable with the space. Not in the sense of I'm comfortable without you. Just I'm like, okay, I know that this is the situation right now. Now, at what point do y'all start talking about making this long distance relationship not a long distance relationship?
And literally, you took the words out my mouth. He has a lot going on in Philly in a good way. I know when y'all hear he have a lot going on.
Yeah, no. It's not one of them secrets and stuff and craziness. No.
No, he has businesses. He has his job. He has properties. Like, he has his whole life.
She got her a good one.
Yeah. He have his, you know, he dedicated a lot in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Me, I do my podcast. I do media. I work. And I have my group of friends, too. You know, I have a long time living on my friend. But so we both have our lives outside of each other. So it's not like I'm a girl in Georgia doing nothing and want to be put up. Like, I think that's the difference. If I was one of them girls who, like, all right, I really don't want to work. I really don't know what I'm doing in my life. I really don't have nothing going on. Or even if I have something going on, it ain't really going nowhere. So I think I would have put more of the pressure kind of on moving to where he's at, but only in the sense of because I don't have no motion and I probably want to be put up. But because and I think that's what's making it work too, is like we have our own separate lives, right? So I'm not constantly, the only time I'm like, weary or kind of like, hey, I'm not with you is if, like, you know, like big moments, like stuff with the family. And I know his family. April, this ain't one of them.
No, this is, I promise y'all, this is not one of them.
Yeah, like, you know, he get invited to some weddings or just a family event, and it's like, oh my God, I'm not there. But I'm so wrapped up in what I do that literally the only time I even sit and think about, like, oh my God, I'm not with you is like, if he had something major going on, he would invite me, but then I don't have the time. So I'm being occupied, and I think that's what's honestly helping. Like, if I was doing nothing, I ain't have, you know them girls that have 1 or 2 friends?
Would have been picked up and left.
Yeah, and they work, I ain't gonna say at a call center, but they cool, they got a little job. It's like, why am I still in Georgia? You need to come sweep me off my feet and I need to move with you.
No, I understand that.
But I have so much stuff going on down here, whether it's like family, personal, or even goals that I still want to accomplish in Atlanta. Like, if he was to say, hey, I need you to move up here, like, it's that time, I can't even pick up my stuff and leave because I still have unfinished business down here. So even if he was to hit me with that, yo, come on, it will honestly low-key be another year.
Okay.
I don't even think 6 months. I think it would be another year before I'm like, wait, hold up. I want to give my podcast, you know what I'm saying? I want to give my baby another year. I want to give my podcast another year. I'm still with my company that I just started. I'm still like, wait, hold on. I still got stuff going on, and you ain't just finna snap your fingers and I'm there. So he would still have to wait, even if that was the case.
Okay.
What would you think be your biggest insecurity in a long distance relationship? I haven't talked about my insecurity. What would be your biggest one if you were to?
If I was in a long distance, I think my biggest insecurity would be like, how long will you be able to love me if I'm not there to provide that? Because I don't give a fuck about bitches. Like, I don't, whatever. Like, I don't, whatever. Like, but I think it'll be more so of like, how long will you love me before you not love me no more because we're not in that space? Yeah.
Do I care about girls? You know, what is my biggest insecurity? You know what? My biggest insecurity is almost something similar to what you said, but it's not even his needs sexually. And that I thought that would have been the top of my list. Like, oh my God, I know you a man. You need some because I need some too.
Yeah.
The hell? But mine is honestly being left out.
Oh, yeah, you do have FOMO.
Yeah.
You have FOMO.
It's being left out. Like, it's because, yes, I'm away, but I don't want you to still not incorporate me with certain things. Like, so for instance, he got invited to this big wedding, and I could have took the time off. You know, he had a +1. I could have took the time off, but it was in a sense of like, oh, I know you in Atlanta. Oh, this is just my cousin wedding. But I'm like, I like weddings. I have Delta points. Hello, I'm on passes. I could get to Philly. Trust me, I could come for that day and leave. Like, it's no problem. He's like, oh, you work. You got this going on. To him, it's just a wedding.
Okay.
And he goes by himself. He's with his family. So it's not like he bringing somebody else. Better not. Please. Like I said, it's not like he's bringing somebody else and I'm insecure that another woman is there, because that's not even the case. It's more so what he brushed so many things off. To him, nothing is a big deal, and it's big deals to me. So, like, once again, he had a cookout. Now, it's not like no cookout. Grandma got the shirts. And it's not like he don't want me there, like, ew, like, not with all of that. He really does. But stuff to him is, oh, I'm just with my aunts, with my uncle, or I'm just going to a wedding. And I'm like, you didn't think to call me?
She like hot dogs.
I like hot dogs. Okay.
She like glizzies.
I'll eat a turkey burger for you. You know they. So I think that's my insecurity, is being left out unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, because it's not intentional. And trust me, I know it's not intentional, but that's my one of my insecurities.
Okay.
Like, yeah, don't think because I will pop.
Baby, she'll catch a flight.
I'll catch a flight in a heartbeat.
She'll catch a flight.
She'll catch another flight.
She'll catch a flight, and if it's not a flight to Philly, she'll catch a flight to Jersey, rent a car, and drive to Philly. Cause who you thought wasn't coming?
Who you thought wasn't
coming?
And you know what's another thing that April and I talked about in the long distance relationship, and back to the show that you were watching, it was times where, like I said, he have children, you know, and like I said, he works. He's a workaholic. He have plenty of businesses, so. Sometimes we're only, and I work and I have stuff going on. Sometimes we're only spending 2-3 days together, like a weekend. Like you come in Friday morning, leave Monday.
Sunday or something.
Yeah. So we recently went to Thailand, and we were there. We were together for 9 days. So because we're not used to being together that long, and it wasn't even him, it was more so me. And I think because I was with him, I'm really a softie in real life. I was just putting all my emotions on him, and he like, whoa.
He like, why you wait to go out the country to be crazy?
Yeah, I didn't wait to get out the country to do this. And I'm a big teddy bear, so there was twice that we were together more than 3 days. So that's what April brought up too. Like, is it because y'all not used to being together that long? And sometimes I do question it, and we talked about that. I was like, hey, I haven't done a lot of things for you too, like domesticated wise and things like that, because by the time when I fly into town, baby, we're trying our restaurants. We're going here. We're going there. So it's still certain things that he still don't know about me or haven't seen me, do certain things. And I'm still like, So even though it's 2.5 years, it's still some things that you're like, we're still learning about each other.
Yeah, it's still, I feel like with long distance relationships, like no matter, every time y'all come back together, it's always like a new relationship. Yeah. Because y'all have to relearn each other, or y'all have to learn certain things about each other, and then y'all have to relearn each other. So it's always going to be like a new relationship until y'all are stable or grounded in one area or whatever. So
yeah, but as of now, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not for the weak. If y'all two actually have chemistry, y'all mesh so well, it will. To me, I think it will work out. And if you're not scared to buy a ticket, he's willing to buy a ticket. Now, if you get in the long distance and he not even asking when you come in,
yeah, if he not asking when you come in, or he not pressuring you, or he not you
not even offer the first two
tickets or nothing, like he don't like you.
He doesn't.
He don't like you.
Like there were times I bought a ticket, but baby, when I land in Philly, with my purse,
the reimbursement,
my purse is on my lap. All I have is lip gloss. That baby. And then I think people live in a world like, oh, he didn't buy my ticket. Oh, baby, it was times where I saw the deal. I paid that $220 ticket. But when I land, baby,
especially in the beginning, if he not offering to like buy your ticket in the beginning, like then he does
like, when
not.
You coming to see me?
Yeah, no.
Like I said, it's been 2.5 years. So he was doing it in the beginning, then I started doing it, then we do both. But baby, when I tell you, it doesn't matter. Like, you will make it work. And that's why sometimes it's social media. Oh, if a nigga not doing this. Oh, baby, if he need me to come, baby, I got $220. I'll be right there because I know when I get to Philly, I'm put up.
Pretty and put
up, sweetie. Okay, and that's why I be crying on my way to the airport. Because 2 days.
Because as soon as I get to the airport, no more put up.
No, I'm put down.
Yo, I'm crying. Right. No,
like
but
I said, he likes me, so.
You know, one of the things that you mentioned was I need to change my attitude or whatever, right? So we were talking earlier too about like things that we needed to change or wanted to change in our past relationships that we didn't want to bring into our new relationships. So what is one thing that you wanted to change from your past relationship that you don't want to bring into this new relationship?
You know what? There's a couple things. Honestly, one thing that I want to change is, and I think you said it, is setting boundaries.
Yeah.
Or being intentional with what I want from my partner too. You know, I'm so used to going with the flow that going with the flow turned into a river. All right.
Denial right. is not a river in
right. It turned into an overflow.
Yeah.
To the point where you realize 3, 4, 5 years went by and it's like,
we really ain't established nothing here.
I mean, it's
there's
like,
no security.
It's like, I know you like me. I know I like you. We've established that. But it's to the point where you really kind of have to question like, wait, so are we getting serious? And it's like, and if you still staying on with the flow, and sometimes the flow does happen. It swoops you. But I think mine is being more intentional about what I want from a partner. And I'm saying this, I'm in my early 30s. You know, things do change. You know, we like to say, oh, y'all ladies in y'all 30s, y'all want to settle. No, and it's from both of us. I feel like I got time. He feel like he have time. Yeah, you like me. I do for you. You do for me. So it's never not us using each other. It's not like, oh, I'm using him for this. He's using me for this. It's yeah, I give girlfriend treatments, he give boyfriend treatments, he give husband treatments, I give wifey. Like we
it's
cool.
Equal playing field, yeah.
It's equal, but at the same time, it's stagnant. It's like, okay, like are we just gonna do this for the next 5 years too, or are we honestly gonna move forward? And I think that's where things get a little rocky. So that's one thing.
Okay. Being
intentional about what I want or what are we gonna do. And my other one is, I'm gonna have to say this. I love hard. You know, sometimes I could be a little brat sometimes, and I don't know if that's me just being like that to stand on business with myself, or do I think it's cute? Now, don't get it twisted. It's never that attitude where you be like, oh, like this is why black women, you know what I'm saying? It's never that. It's never the whole stigma with, oh, you got an attitude. I think mine is I flirt like that just a little bit, and I don't know how to turn it off. And now I done took the flirting and being mean a little too far. And it's like, oh, wait, no. Wait, oh my God, I took it too far. I'm sorry. I'm a line stepper. I think that's what it is.
What he called you, a professional?
A habitual line stepper. Yeah, I'm a little bit in that. So sometimes I like to test the waters. And then when I tested it a little too far.
When it's a little too hot.
When it's a little too hot.
When she dip her toe in there, it's like,
yeah, now I'm like, okay. I'm sorry I called your mama balls. Like, I'm sorry, you gotta piss me off. I'm sorry I said your daughter repeated the first grade. I'm so sorry. You pissed me off. But you pissed me off, though. But now you leave, and it's like, oh my God. You know what? You really didn't even piss me off that bad.
You didn't even piss me off that bad.
I mean, you did, but it wasn't to the point where I had to go that deep. And I think that's my problem, too. When I'm in a range, it's a little crazy, but... yeah, that's something I need to work on. And if a man was here, he would call me toxic. Mm-hmm. You think I'm toxic, friend?
No.
No, it's okay.
I don't think that you're toxic. Like, I just think that we all have a level of things that we need to unlearn. You know, when you do certain things for so long, it just becomes a habit. It becomes a custom of who you are. So I don't think that you're toxic, but I think that there's all things that we can all unlearn. Like, and that might be one of your things.
That's such a nice way to say I'm toxic.
You know I love you, baby.
She would never.
I would never.
In my communication skills, I think I could work on that too. And it's not to say I don't know how to speak. It's not to say that, hey, we can't sit down as adults. Yeah. But I think there is some type of level of communication that I need to learn too. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I do make everything as I. Yeah. Like, okay, well, you pissed me off. This is how I felt. And, you know, I haven't been in therapy yet. Maybe that's something that, you know, I need to talk about when I get there. But it's sometimes I do need to take myself out the situation. And I think I tend to do that a lot because I always feel like people trying to play me. And it's like, girl, nobody try to play you. Well, that's how I felt because you said, and it's like a finger pointing. Mm-hmm. So, yes, my name is Shenelle. I'm 33 years old. I'm taking accountability to say that I do need to work on my communication with my partner or how, you know, we talk about certain things. So that's one thing I would say I have to work on.
Let me give you an applause for that. Go ahead. I'm proud of you. You make me so proud.
Oh, that was a
doozy. It felt like you just released a whole lot off.
Because I almost lost my man, girl. Yeah. April had to save me. I almost lost my man. How a man fly me out for my birthday to Thailand and we came back not speaking? Who had to save the day?
Yeah, call me if you want to save your man. I'll help you. If he's the right man, I'll help you.
April helped me get my man back because he was sick of me.
Y'all, he was sick of her.
And April came and swooped in.
Yeah. Can't leave my girl.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? Listen, that's not a representation of who she is.
It's not. I love you.
I love you. No, but I'm proud of you. Okay. So set boundaries, change attitude, and better communication.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. No.
What about you, friend?
Set boundaries is definitely one, and not boundaries in the sense of like, no, you cannot talk to me like this. Like I think setting boundaries of like, realizing that sometimes love does come with conditions, and that even though, and that also doesn't take away from the type of love or how much love you can have for a person, but I used to be an unconditional love, so it didn't matter like who you are, what you do, whatever. Like I'm still gonna love you, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna be there for you. And now it's in hindsight, looking back on it, it's like, but where did that leave me? Hurt, unhappy. You know,
like you was my man.
I'm Griselda. Okay, I hide the stash 380s and the Sadies. Puffy hold me down, baby.
Like be in my crew, and I run shit.
But where does that get you? You know, like on stand like Lil' Kim perjury. Okay.
I'm gonna have to say this. When I met April and she told me about her last relationship, April is my man. If he breathing, I'm breathing. If I'm in his skin, I'm in his skin. Because, you know, that's just how April operated. But to see April now being her own woman, setting that boundaries, now it's to the point where how April used to be, it's like to hear her talk, it's like, April.
Yeah, my mindset, everything has changed since then. And you have to live, you know, in order to be able to do that. And I think I just lived in a bubble because it was literally just me and my man, like, but that's not the case anymore. And so setting boundaries in that case of just letting like there's certain things that I just won't tolerate anymore. I don't care about that. I think another thing that I would change from my last relationship going into a new relationship is like you said, being more vocalized about what makes me happy. Or not even being more vocalized, or just even acknowledging when I'm unhappy with something and letting them know. Because I also used to keep quiet a lot. Like, oh, if you did something and it bothered me, I'll just let it bother me. I wasn't communicating what my happiness looked like. I didn't take my happiness seriously. I was always as long as he's happy, then I'm happy. But that's not the case.
Happy wife, happy life.
But it's happy spouse, happy house.
Ooh, period.
So and I know a lot of women gonna be like, girl, like, please no, happy wife, happy life, and some men or whatever. But the reality of it is, if two people live in a home and they're not happy, how as a wife can you be happy when your man is not happy? How as a man can you be happy when your girl is not happy? So it's happy spouse, happy house. But with that being said, just acknowledging like my happiness matters too. So if you do something and it bothers me, I'm gonna let you know and we have to correct it.
Right.
And and same thing. Like, but yeah.
I think that's my problem. I'm too vocal. And I think it could sound like it's almost like a nagging or like, dang, is Shenelle ever happy? Because sometimes I'm too vocal. I'll be like, the hell? I'm like, damn, girl, relax. April have to tell me relax sometimes. So that's why I say my communication comes too. Because sometimes I could be just a little overboard. Like, yeah, he loves it over here. People love me, but sometimes I have that. I don't know why I think people attack. I don't know. I think once I feel like you being funny, my eye go like.
Yeah, y'all. Once she feel like you tried to. I'd be like, here we go. Like,
no.
Here we go.
And I want to ask couples too, like, we live in a time now, like before we wrap this up, where I come from a generation of women who fought for themselves, but also old school where, hey, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all about the man.
Yeah.
Right? And then I grew up in a household, too, where, hey, don't say nothing to a woman, from a man point of view. So now that I'm a millennial and we see, like, all of this point of view on marriage and relationships did a whole 360, or stuff that our parents or grandparents were scared to speak on, now we're speaking on it. So now I ask couples now, like, how do you communicate in your marriage? And some things never change, some things never change, but it's like, do y'all do temperature checks? It's like, well, she ain't saying nothing, he ain't saying nothing. If, we don't say nothing, everything is good? Or do it be like, hey, babe, like, do y'all do check-ins? I just be wanting to know, because I'm all about learning too,
I saw something on that show, Never Met, where they had a therapist come in, and there was a couple where he was like, he kept saying, like, all I want is peace. And the therapist said, when you hear people say, like, all I want is peace, they're practicing something called avoidance healing, which means, like, they're just not... Peace to them is just peace and quiet, meaning we're not addressing anything, but you will be shocked what comes out on the other side when you do start to communicate with your partner about certain things. So to me, it's like the whole, I'm just not going to say nothing doesn't work, because when you start sweeping things under a rug, eventually you're going to trip over that rug and you're going to have to address it, or you're going to trip and it's going to cause pain and now you're going to be looking crazy. So
yeah, I've met men who be like, oh, my wife, she don't go out, she don't do this and that. Well, do y'all go on dates? I mean, we could in the house. Well, do y'all want to keep it spontaneous? Like, hey, I know we don't go out. I know you don't care. I don't care. I'm finna surprise you with a staycation. Like, sometimes you might need to take advice for some single people, because I be talking to married people and I be like, so you don't want to... And this guy I knew, he worked at my part-time job. He actually took my advice and surprised his wife with a staycation. Like, because the whole relationship just sound... I mean, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, y'all been married 12 years. Like, y'all don't... Like, come on. So he was like, you know what? She might think of something funny. I said, look, surprise her with something, take her out. I didn't think he was going to take my advice.
Yeah.
I'm just talking. He actually did it. And now she's over here like, ooh, babe. Now she's like, ooh, like that gave her a boost. And I'm like, but y'all said don't take advice from single people? I mean, I might be single, but damn, I like a little spoof. I like a little surprise. I like a little staycation.
A little
I'm trying
shimmy,
to help
too.
y'all out. Y'all might need to learn one thing or two from me. Yeah.
Listen, do what works for you in your relationship,
Yeah,
but also be open-minded to the fact that who you met 10 years ago might not be who you are today or who they are today. And sometimes people do like to not switch things up, but to add a little Salt Bae on it. So
A little Salt Bae.
A little
So
Salt
if
Bae.
you're married out there, y'all haven't done nothing in a while, just because she's not saying, then that's the problem. Y'all think because she or he
Yeah.
is not saying anything that everything is all good. No.
Communicate.
They might be waiting for your ass like, nigga, you better hope Leroy don't ask me out on a date on my lunch break.
Okay,
Now
y'all
you
see-
got her work husband
Y'all see
or
what
his
happened
work
with
wife
Lucille or BMF.
surprising him with Chick-fil-A and your ass still thinking you doing something. No, switch it up, baby. Don't lose your spouse.
Surprise.
Switch it up.
Surprise. And on that note, that concludes this episode of the Flew Hair Grew Hair podcast. I'm your girl, April B. You can follow me at it's April B __ on all social media platforms.
And you can follow me at I am Shenelle Simone on all social media platforms.
And don't forget to follow the podcast, FHGH Podcast, on all social media platforms. New episodes drop every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And y'all, don't forget, if you subscribe, follow us, tag us, repost us, all of that. We want to see y'all tapping in with us. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Yeah.